APA series, 2 years of eternity, my army series. Last one would be a little bit of me from everything else, my self-portraits. Okay, APA series started this way back in 2003 or 2004. It started off with casual random image of my mum playing a prank on my dad. So she took a marker basically and wrote the words chicken backside on his back. And at the point of time I thought, it's so snapshot, it's so random. I took it as a casual family photo and threw it aside. I didn't even keep the original format. You can see it's cropped into a square. And then I started looking at people's work, namely people like Richard Billingham, Nang Wubin, and I thought there might be something there. So I put it in my series and it started. And it starts with close-ups of my dad. His beer belly, wrinkly skin, his penchants for scratching his back, and his thriftiness as well. Even with a spoiled pair of jeans, he still tries to reuse it. And his trademark Uncle Go chin and man boobs. And as it progresses, I show you his face, and I give you a intimate moment that has never been captured or done before in my family, because we're a traditional Asian family. We don't hug, we don't say I love you, we don't kiss each other goodnight or goodbye. So this is the first time I actually hugged him, first time in 19 years I think. Yep. So as you can see, when it first started off, my dad was being an actor. He was hamming it up for the camera. So whenever I brought the camera up, he would pose for it. But he is really eccentric that way. And then I get into moments like my mum and dad having a playful fight with their tools of the trade in the house. This is one of my favorite in the series. It's called A Family That Camp Halls Together, Stays Together. And again, random installations that my dad puts up around the house. You can see where I get my creative side from. And one of his favorite fruits in the house, he leaves it lying around. And in this photo, he's not praying. He just got up, and I have no idea why he was doing that. He's just being himself and eccentric. And again, another random installation by him. This might be him posing for the camera, I'm not sure. Using the massager in a phallic way. Yeah. And this is a series within a series. I try to imitate my dad whenever he did something funny. Reminiscing about how when you were a kid, you always wanted to imitate your parents and put on your shoes for size. So after I shot him, I imitated his pose and got someone to shoot me. Yep, my dad being cheeky again. This was pretty funny when I shot it. He went like, no, you can't shoot my nipples, I need to cover them up. And then I imitated him. For this shot, he was scolding me. He was like, why are you shooting me? He was probably being in a PC mood that day. And again, another random installation in the house for my dad. And a health scare. I think he had kidney stones and he was admitted. Coming to the end. So as you can see, it took about 4 years, and he never really understood why I was shooting him. Up to now, I don't think he does, but we kind of got closer with all these interactions, random ones. And he was happy, I guess, when he saw his face being put up in the exhibition. And why this photo? Because we used to have only one computer in the whole house, and I had to creep around him when he was sleeping to share the computer. It's the end. The series was made when I had an awful time the first 6 months in the army. I was feeling super lost because up to then I was doing a lot of work. I was doing shows and all, and I thought this was the end of my career. I was like, oh my my god, am I going to stop doing, is my life going to stop for 2 years? What am I going to shoot? What am I going to document? So I decided to document my life. So it started from before enlistment, where I had my hair cut, and I used to cut my own hair to save money. So I did the same lah. And a series where I shoot myself with my closest partner at the point of time, during the different phases of life in the army. So this was my girlfriend then, before enlistment. And I got posted to BDF K9 after the first 6 months, which is a dog unit. And in BMT, my closest companion then was my buddy. So even in the dog unit, we don't spare our dogs from our festivities. We decorate kennels with the various festivities as well. I like this because, you know, the dog looks like he's freely roaming around, but he's actually not. He's just like us. We are one and the same, in the same confined rules and environment. This is another one where I was doing duty at Zhuang Island. It's again with a smuggled camera because it's very strict. And you can see the dogs are actually quite vicious. They have to be muzzled when we bring them around. And this is actually against the rules. We can't have two dogs so close together at the same time. You'll see later why. Yeah. This is quite apt because we and the dogs are one and the same behind. Yeah, we're confined. Portrait of us doing duty at Zhuang Island. And some sad guy contemplating why he's serving. Again, another portrait. And yeah, and this is why we are not supposed to have them not muzzled walking around in the compounds, because it always leads to a dog fight. They're very territorial creatures. And our driver, who's Malay, we used to chase him around with our dogs, wild leash. Of course it's wild leash because he won't survive if it's unleashed. Another one of my favorites, as you can see, we're all wearing tags. So it says that this allows us to patrol at Zhuang Island. But this guy, he used to be a regular, and he's a military police, and he's supposed to arrest me for bringing a camera into camp, but he's there getting a photo with me. Yeah, this is us hanging around in the camp. And then another portrait, my closest companions at that point of time while I was in suspect, my guns. I hated my time there. And another portrait. Yeah, you can see some of my companions, they're actually very close to the dogs, and they actually bring me back to the bunk to sleep with them, which is also against the rules. And then another portrait of the military policeman posing for the camera. And the last one, my closest companion at the point in time, my dog. I sell portraits. Was also selected and curated into a book, part of 20 books by 20 different local photographers that was curated by KG and Platform. So in that series, I touched upon my various concerns like politics, recent news events. It mirrors my religious views as well, what issues I face at work, how I find trouble splitting time between my friends, family, and work. My struggle as an aspiring artist and commercial photographer. How does my commercial work mirror my art practice? Before joining Calibre, there wasn't really any much thought into making my work commercially viable. I just did whatever made me happy. Whatever I saw online in libraries, I copied. I tried to do my own version of what I saw. Well, it doesn't. Like I said, it has affected a little bit. So some of my works now do look more refined. But other than that, my concerns are still the same. I'm still being selfish. It's still about me, my friends, and my family. Yeah. I don't think there's much of a change when it comes to subject matter. I still do whatever pleases me or makes me happy. I still do not cater to a commercial audience when I'm doing my own work. When I'm doing commercial work, it's different. I have my clients and my rice bowl to think about. I do commercial work to feed me and to feed my personal art practice. I wouldn't say I'm very different from other local photographers. If you're talking about art photography, we are all, I guess, the same. We all just want to do good work. We just do what concerns us, what our practice is about. I don't think we are out there to let's compete. Oh, my work is better than yours. Your work is better than mine. And it's actually quite a close-knit community. Everybody knows one another.